Well, what have we got here? It looks like another night on Zwift. Woohoo!
Bye. It's my favourite shorts.
Just scoping out your competition for tonight's time trial.
There's a few names I recognise. Blake Pond, former very good time trialist, now just quite a good time trialist, but founder of No Pins. James Jenkins, who's done a 20-minute 10 on a road bike round the Malden, which is highly impressive. Reese Howes, who'll put out more watts than anyone else, but he's a big guy. George Evans, that name rings a bell. There's another George Fox, Joe Sutton, he's quick. Not so much of a time trialist, but he's quick. Dan Barnett, who's one of Matt Bottrell's coaches, I think. He'll put out a lot of watts. He'll be quite competitive.
How are you going to do in it?
I'm not going to win, that's for sure.
What about if we dropped your weight by 10 kilos? Because we can do that just by fiddling with a button.
Yeah, but it's more the, I hate to go on about it, but this altitude.
Is it?
14% loss. 14, that's a lot. That's a lot to give away. If I average 370 watts, I will be happy with that. It's a 10-mile time trial, so it's 16 kilometers. So I don't know how long it's going to take on Zwift. 20 minutes.
If I jumped on right now, I would be senior time trialist, just sitting there slithery waiting for my time trial to start.
Should probably do a bit of a warm-up.
You know what these Zwift races are like.
Well, it's a time trial, so thankfully I don't have to keep up with anyone else's vlogs.
You gotta keep up with the clock though.
Well, that's impossible because the clock's never ending.
Would we say your name, we should just call you Butter because you're on a roll?
I haven't done anything yet. You just want to use it.
I just wanted to use this.
It's really irrelevant.
You could just be on a roll in life. I mean, look at it. You've got a fantastic cat, a really hot girlfriend. I mean, what's missing here?
GT2 RS. We're doing a TT today again. We're doing a different one, 16k. It's a British cycling one on Zwift. It's pan flat. So hopefully this is going to be a little bit more tolerable than the Bologna course one I have been doing twice now. Should be a similar time, I think. I don't know the course, I've never done it. It's out and back, so one would presume quite flat. I'm going to pace it sensibly because that's a wise thing to do in time trialing, is sensible pacing. In my first TT I averaged 366 watts, in my second TT I averaged 367 watts. So in this one I'm going to push the boat out and go for 368 watts. Racking up the excuses now, I'm at altitude. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Did some squats today and yesterday, so I'm suffering a bit of the old DOMs. Just generally getting a little bit over lockdown, if I'm honest. So I don't know what that does for online turbo training morale, I'm not sure, but it can't be good. But yeah, 30 minutes until we start, so getting a nice half decent warm up in. I don't think I'll be doing my normal warm up for a TT, I'll just be tapping along. You get warming up on these things. Should be fun. Chanel will probably come and terrorise me at some point during it, and yeah, all will be well in the world. Yeah, there's some pretty big hitters in this TT. There's James Jenkins, who's done a blisteringly fast time on a road bike round the Malden 10 course. Really quite impressive. Matt Bottrell. Don't need to say any more about Matt, a legend of the British time trialling scene. Also helped Victor Campano's hour record. Cheers, Matt. A couple of names I recognise. George Fox, who I think, and I'm really sorry if I'm wrong, is the guy that was going incredibly quickly on a road bike on TT courses. And Kevin Atreed. Now, for those that don't know Kevin, he's an absolute weapon. He's done an Ironman in Lanzarote, arguably the hardest place to do an Ironman. He is a phenomenal athlete. So he's my target for today. Kevin, Kevel. Just trying to work out how to. Chanel?
Are you calling IT support?
I am calling IT support. How do you do that search thing?
Command space.
Command S for search.
Rocky ears, rocky ears. Anything else you need, you just let me know.
Some water, please.
Oh, you don't show too many.
Yeah. Please. I should probably change for a TT bike on here, shouldn't I?
Do you want me to stand behind you and yell words of encouragement?
Only if it's Vamos.
Vamos, Alex! Vamos! Vamos!
Have we unlocked any new wheels? I really want is the disc wheel. Where's the disc wheel? Does Roval make a disc wheel? Nope. Envy? Nope. Come on, Zwift, you've got a disc wheel, haven't you? The Giant do a cracking four-spoken. Nope. Shimano? Nope. Ugh. Thanks. Thanks. I don't talk too much. Yes, yes. Okay, we don't have a disc wheel. Stick with the 808s and exchange for a fancy ass specialised TT bike. I'd pick a Factor obviously, but Factor are not on Zwift yet, so this is a triathlon bike, so technically I'm not breaking any rules. I mean, there's nothing in my contract to say what bike I shouldn't use on Zwift, but if Factor were on Zwift, I'd be on a Factor. I know nothing of this course. Literally nothing. Why are we all in a group as well? What's the deal there? Are we set up in waves? Because Bologna one, you're in like a tram line thing. I'm not in my Israel kit either.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the crux of it with 90 seconds to go. He looks like he's ready.
I don't feel ready.
Will you look it?
Oh, I really don't feel it.
And fake it till you make it.
No, that's more like it.
Don't know if you can fake it in a time trial though, can you?
Well, apparently there's a load of inside jokes. Time trial, Zwifting jokes. Backline. Disc adapter, anyone? Anyone got a pump? Oh, you're all jokers. But when the flag drops, it's game on. I've already racked in all my excuses to the group chat.
So you've obviously told everyone you're at altitude, haven't eaten enough today.
No.
Came off commentary, so you're a bit stressed.
Just feeling a bit meh. Did some squats, remember?
I've got dogs.
No fan.
Snuggles. He's sitting up there. Sorry, can we just get a pan round to another supporter? Who's just...
Hey mate.
Oh, so you all go off together?
Yeah.
So does that mean that there's drafting?
No. But you can see where you are at all times in comparison to the others. Which is kind of what you want in a TT. It's
Go.
like getting real-time splits.
You're off.
Yeah, I'm not winning.
The race is long.
Yeah.
There's no more talking from you.
I think a lot of people will start too fast.
Oh, someone's got the Tron bike as well. You're at a disadvantage.
I don't know if I am on this. This is TT.
You could have gone shirtless for this because he's actually shaved his shoulders, so that's going to be more aero. Remember to get your head down in that nice tuck. There we go. That is a look of intense concentration. Look at that man go. We should call him Butter because he's on a roll.
Not good.
Vamos! Vamos! So the thing about time trialing, got to be realistic about the numbers, got to hold on to them, and you got to pace it. Even you said you were normally over an hour long time trial, you seem to be able to pace it pretty decently. Like at Worlds, I remember it coming down the radio at the halfway mark, Alex was
not in the mix.
Yeah, not in the mix, and we were like, oh, okay. And so I think you can't say it's over till it's over. because a lot of the guys that were ahead of him at the halfway mark then cooked it and couldn't keep it till the end, and that's where Senor just really plodded his way through. Hey.
Yeah. Not today though.
Not today. That's okay, because it's not Worlds. So, 4K to go. Dig it in. Oh, and that's a pain face, alright? It is not a happy face. Mind you, I don't know anyone who looks happy when they time trial. Come on, dig it in. Just under 2K to go. There is not a lot of Zwift chat going on right now because everyone is probably in this sort of state. And if you're chatting, you're not working hard enough. But there is no one chatting. Okay, nearly at the last kilometre. Here we go. We take it down to the final kilometre. We are rapidly approaching the finish line here, ladies and gentlemen, rapidly approaching. And the archers in sight. Oh, okay, you've already done it.
14 minutes down. I think something's not right there.
14 minutes down from what? The person that won it?
Well, apparently. He did it in 7 minutes and 41 seconds, which is an average speed of 120 kilometers per hour.
Wow! Someone signed that guy. That's got to be the next world champion.
Right, let's look at actually second place. So I reckon the first real finisher, O'Knight, 2032, 393 watts and 6 watts per kilo. That's, you know, it's not a small amount. 369 watts per kilo, so just I aimed for 368. So
that's good.
That's nice. 21:42. So what's that? Just under 2 minutes down. But the guy in front of me did 305 watts.
Is his weight questionable?
Oh, it says 5.1 watts per kilo. That's 5 to 25. He's 40 something kilos apparently.
Well, we obviously need to find whatever diet he's on.
Yeah. Have I got that right? What's 305 divided by 5.1? Oh no, beg your pardon, 59. Sorry. Could have been better. No, couldn't have been better. That was all out. Went far too hard early on. That's more realistic, I think, than the Bologna TT. That looks about right. I think there's high powers and then some low powers but tiny guys. Yeah, for Zwift it must be so hard to measure to get a realistic outcome for flat TT because, but I mean they can't, because I'm never going to be happy because I feel like I can, for my weight and size, 370 watts, I feel like I could go further than a lot of people with that, just efficiency and error. Some guys that can go further with that, or faster, same difference. Yeah, tough for Zwift to make it realistic in terms of how every rider, unless you start putting in your CDA into Zwift, but then that can be subjective to whichever wind tunnel you go to. So, but I did 368 watts. Said to you I wanted 367, I got 368. That hurt though, that hurt a lot. What was it, 800 metres to go? I ramped it back up to 400, held it for I think 100 metres and then just couldn't stay on top of it. And that's it's an altitude thing. That's what happens up here. And that's fine. It's all bloody good training. Training wise at the moment, I'm not doing many hours because they're all indoors, but every time I get on it's a hard session. It's a really hard session with the exception of the Israel medical aid rides on the weekend, which are pretty cruisy. But yeah, this is Zwift TTs. I'd say that's actually harder than a Bologna one because the Ks don't tick down as quick as you'd like. They never tick down as quick as you'd like, but they really, see that last kilometre, felt like eternity. Really, I got drawn into racing others early on. So let's, I think I'll, there we go, maybe I'll do that again next week. Obviously try and go 369 watts, but also pace it differently, so settle straight in, don't get drawn in. The whole mass start thing is quite, it's difficult not to get drawn into chasing the front. Because you just think, oh, it's easier to ride from the front, but people come back, except for the guy that did it in 7 minutes, 120k an hour. He won't be coming back. But yeah, that's the joys of Zwift.
The aftermath. No one wants to touch it because it's soggy. Ooh, chamois. That, my friends, is a damp floor. This is why we need tongs. Bring.